Look, you got to stop, excuse me, the insanity. You just have to. Coach Richard here. Why do I say that right now? Because I see so many people distracted from their mission. They aren't keeping the main thing, because the main thing is the main thing. Got it? Say after me. Got to keep the main thing, because the main thing is the main thing. And as you get so distracted by these narcissistic sociopaths that have decided to go down the road of political power, they take you off your mission. Oh, look at the big bad United States. Oh, look at what Canada's doing to us. Oh, all this stuff going. Yeah, pardon me. What is your mission? Your mission is the prosperity of your family, yourself and your family, the prosperity and health of yourself and your family. And from there, you can develop a whole concept around that and extend it out to people you know, people that they know beyond that, and it has a way of doing it. But what are you doing? You're waiting around looking for everybody else to take care of you. I got to wait till we make Canada healthy again. Oh, I got to wait till we make America healthy again. Somebody come save me. Take the dyes out of my food. Stop it. You can do that. If the power is already inside of you. Nobody's taken away from you. You've just decided to ignore it and turn over the standard of your well-being, your health, and your prosperity to some third party that tells you, in the end of the day, that you're too dumb and stupid to do it for yourself. So only me, the all-wise, all-knowing government bureaucrat, can take care of it for you. Nonsense. But you have to decide that it is your responsibility. You are accountable. You are accountable. Nobody else. You are. But what point in your life did you say that somebody else is out there to look after me? I mean, maybe when you're a little kid, mommy and daddy, did that. Maybe you never grew out of that. Maybe you always wanted to have the mommy and daddy around, this big, thing around you. Great. There's other places in the world to go live to do that. Not very good existence, but they'll do it for you. You just sort of give up the essence of living and life and just be a drone. Is that what you are? That's why I say got to stop the insanity. You must stop the insanity. The incestuous nature of this whole political dialogue going on right now that says, oh no, we're going to be in a boycott war. We're going to be in some sort of off-world sort of, taxation war between nations. No, it's not. That's just a game. That's a game they're playing with you, and you're buying into it. Here in Canada, this Buy Canada only, nonsense. You know why we're here today, right, in Canada? I mean, you know why. Because over at least the last 10 years, maybe 15, maybe 20, maybe 40, doesn't really matter. The government structure has created an environment that says we only want to control the people, not the nature of prosperity across our country. We should be one of the wealthiest per capita countries in the world just because of the nature of our natural resources. But again, the narcissistic sociopaths have done this, have said, oh, we can't do that. Okay, we're more global. We're post-national. We aren't going to go down that road of we're going to exploit our resource. We don't exploit, we extract. We develop. We create prosperity. But that's just on the other side of it, okay? That's that side, okay? You got to understand that's what's happening. Not only that, and here in Canada, where the nature of your dollar has degraded to the point in which industry used that as a competitive force to be able to put their product into America. If we can just get that down, and that way, then when we bid on projects and we do it in Canadian dollars, that it ends up being, a way lot better, right? Way more competitive. Because we got all this other taxation structure and things and rules and regulations and pieces and things, and we got to get around that somehow. And yet on a national production standpoint, on a per capita basis, the average Canadian productivity, quotient is lower than that of the state of Mississippi. How crazy is that? I mean, really, how crazy is that? This country that led the world at one point in innovation and grit and determination, self-determination, and individualism, has gone down and gone down and gone down. I've seen it. I've lived on both sides of the border. I've been immersed in business on both sides of the border my entire life. Heck, I went to college in the States. But I do know this, is that people get caught up in this fervor because somehow some unelected bullshit person, former Banker of England, head Banker of England and Bank of Canada, never been a politician in my life, has now been anointed as a Prime Minister of Canada by, again, the globalist elites that have determined that they had an edge and a wedge to get in there and do that. You have to stop the insanity. You have to. I have to. And where do you start it? You start it right here. You start it right here in your individual household, your place. You decide. You decide that you are the master of your destiny. Not a political party, not an individual. And you stand up for you, and you stand up for your health, and you stand up for your prosperity. You stand up for your future. You got to look out at the future. Maybe you don't know how to do that because the nature of people you're around, they don't know how to do it. So it's more interested in watching a hockey game on a Saturday night than trying to figure out where are you going to be this time next year? Heck, where are you going to be this time next month? Only you can determine to do that, but you have to decide that you're going to do that. You have to decide that you're the director of your own destiny. I mean, it's not that tough to make that decision, guys. Oh, it doesn't say it's going to be easy, but there are things you can do to make it easier. But by God, yeah. I look at this little surface level thinking. I got to look at the label to see if it's made in Canada. That's so much bullshit it isn't funny. Because it's not got nothing to do with that. It's got nothing to do with that outside of distracting you about what the real mission is. The real mission is to convince you right now, here in Canada, to convince you right now that your only alternative is a globalist. A person who couldn't care less about what your future is, only can care what his future is. I'm not exaggerating. I've seen it before. I've studied it before. And to my American team, I always say the same thing. At what point, again, are you going to decide that all this stuff about make America great again, make America healthy again? Oh, it's nice slogans, it's all that sort of stuff, but it all starts one place. Make your household great again. Make your health great again. Because when you start at the foundation and the fundamental root of the strength of a country, it starts in the family. And when you decide that you are worthy, when you decide that you are your own future, and by getting like-minded people around, you can start to magnify and speed up that process of your future and your vision, then it changes everything. But again, you've got to stop this acceptance of this nonsense that just keeps permeating the psyche, like you're out of control, like you don't have any say. Of course you have say. Of course you do. You are autonomous. You are your own best advocate. But I get so disappointed when I watch this, and I watch this in people I thought were reasonable, thinkers. That really were. That they can't look beyond the superficial and understand what got us to this place in the first place. What got us there has got nothing to do with what's going on right now. This is just manifesting of how do we control the people and their thoughts and their thinking and their direction and the actions that they're going to take from the standpoint of maintaining a political power, not an individual power. And that scares the crap out of a lot of politicians, because when people decide that they are their own captain of their own ship, of their destiny, it scares the crap out of them. Because it's hard to corral people that say we are a fiercely independent group, being the family, that want the best for our family and the future of our next generations. And it's got nothing to do with their agendas and their promotion of mediocrity beyond belief. Because look at where we are now, years and years down the road, and the conflict that we have. These people decided that they were their own project, the politician being. It's about me. It's about my fancy socks. Oh, it's like a likes. Hey, people commented, so I'm going to wear them some more. Oh, goodness gracious. You know better. I know better. The whole world knows better, but you have to stop and think a minute above the knee-jerk reaction. Say, what got us here? What were the nature of the people that got us here? What are you doing? What are you doing to improve the fortunes of yourself and the fortunes of your family, physically and financially? What are you doing? What are you doing? I ask you again, what are you doing? Not what are you not doing? I'm not buying this. I'm not going there. I'm not. No. What are you doing to get from where you are today to where you want to be? And it's got nothing to do with the label on the store shelf. It's got everything to do with the actions that you take to secure your independent prosperity and vitality. You. It's me. It's the people we know around us and we meet. You are great. You have to decide that you're okay with being great, that you are worthy. And from there, the future looks bright. Because the future does look bright for those of us who decide and know that, wow, I can handle this world. I don't need some narcissistic, sociopathic, political power punk to tell me where I'm going and how I'm going to get there. So that's it. A little bit different thing from Coach Richard today. Because if there's one thing I can teach the youth to folks my age, is independence is a beautiful thing when you decide that you're worth it. And that's what it takes. And it's not a political guy that's going to say what you're worth. It's what you decide that you're going to be worth. Okay, that's it. Coach Richard out this Sunday afternoon. Bye-bye.